Yo,
Hello, Mr. Butler. Guess what it is time for?
the BFF podcast?
Best Friends Forever MMA Podcast, second edition, ever improving.
Always improving. That's my motto in life.
Yes, yes,
Always improving.
always gotta be. Gotta have what? That positive mental attitude,
Oh, for sure. For sure.
right?
So how was your day looking like? What was your day?
Oh, my day was long. I wanted to get to this podcast so I can discuss a great card in Bellator 175. It's funny because we're talking about improving, ever improving, and King Mo did that. He improved a lot.
I know. And then Rampage improved his weight gains because he fought at 253, which you owed me dinner because he didn't come in at 230. So yeah, it's like about to prove it.
Man, that's
Yeah.
some BS. You don't have a way to prove it, but fine, whatever. BS.
Speaking of Bellator, right? Right? So I was in the gym today training with Jalen Turner,
Oh shit.
right? And we were both on the Infamous card, so just my boy. He did get me with a knee, but I did get him with a takedown in sparring today, right? And then I was also grappling with Michael Bisping
Oh
today.
snap! You hear this, people? Michael Bisping, Jalen Turner. You may not know him now, but you're going to know him.
Oh, yeah, Jalen wants to fight. We talked about it. He wants to fight Michael Venom Page, MVP. Which I think
Woo!
might be a good fight. But yeah, but Michael Bisping, man, he's a strong bastard.
You got the bastard
Just,
part right.
hey, I
Uh,
fucking love him, man. I fucking love
you
him,
know,
man. I love him.
no offense to Michael. He's a good fighter. I think a lot of it's kind of for show. You
He's a world
know,
champion.
he's a world champion, exactly. All right, but let's get down to Bellator business. What
Okay.
a
We have
fun card.
five fights on this card. So the first fight of the night was Steve Cazzola versus Jake Roberts, which I'm close to both. One, because Steve Cazzola I fought in Bellator, gave him his toughest loss. Referee called a stoppage as a knockout, which is a huge mistake because I wasn't fucking out at all in that fight, So extremely early stoppage, extremely. And Jake Roberts, I know because we grew up on the St. Louis scene together. He now lives in Arizona and trains at the lab. He actually called me up for little information about Cazzola, and it did not go his way that night.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what advice you gave him, Ian, but I don't know. It just didn't seem to work out in his favor.
Stay
Mm,
awake. Stay awake. Just which did not happen.
no,
Just-
no. And not only did he not stay awake, he got put to sleep like 3 times, man. It was like 4 knockdowns in one.
yeah.
Every single punch was an additional concussion. It seemed like that was
Man,
brutal.
he I told him I stopped just a simple jab but stopped Steve Cazzola, and he came in, he stepped in without throwing any punches, which is a huge mistake because Cazzola is so fast. It's a fast white boy out there. And he just started, hey, for real, man. Hey, uh, and Cazzola stepped with the fadeaway left hook and stepped away because
Right.
Jake rushed him, man. You
That's what
can't
it looked
rush
like. Yeah.
anybody with any strikes, though.
I
You
think it
know,
was I think he was a little bit intimidated by Kozola's reach. I think he was trying to get inside that reach.
maybe like, or maybe he's just intimidated because he 7 fight with 7 finishes, man.
Yeah. Submissions
Like
and TKOs.
knockouts, yeah,
Yeah,
more
knockouts and
TKOs than
TKOs.
anything. Yeah, and then he dropped them, and He was on the ground. Jake got right up, but as soon as he got right up, Cazorla was on him, man, and finished him in probably 5 seconds after that. When it's pretty fast that when they show the replay,
This is the whole
Bellator's like,
fight.
fuck, yeah, fuck it.
Like
Let's just replay the whole fight.
40 seconds. I think it was
Fuck it.
28 seconds.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's just replay the whole fight, because, let's just do that.
Yeah, and Jake Roberts is not an easy out, man. I think
Dude,
he was 6-1.
he's not a slouch. He was 6-1. Tell you his background in the amateur scene. We were gonna fight each other, but I got signed to Bellator at the time. And even in boxing, he won Golden Gloves.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In the St. Louis scene, I mean, we're pretty, we got, the Spinks brothers, we got Devin Alexander. St. Louis boxing, we got a heavy, good scene, but yeah, man, he was, and he was, KOing people to win Golden Gloves.
He was not KOing people on Friday.
No. No.
No finish in that. I don't think and honestly, if you look at it, I don't think he landed a strike.
He didn't.
He was very, very precise, and like you said, he ran in on a punch, and he clipped him, and then he got up, but then he just blasted on him, man. To me, it was very reminiscent of when Nick Diaz and Paul Daly fought. Did you see that
Yeah,
fight?
at least Paul Daly got some strikes also.
Yeah, but that combination, just beautiful technique, beautiful technique, and it's a pleasure as a fan to watch a fight like that.
Yeah,
I
know,
short.
Man. Yeah, short. Speaking of short, that was short. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Was it? Who is next on that card?
Oh, I like this. This one is good. This is Noad Lahat.
Who?
Noad Lahat and Lloyd.
Hey, Lloyd should have been out there, man.
Lloyd Carter.
Yeah, Lloyd Carter should have been out there. First of all, I don't know how the hell he got on that main card spot. And did you see how small he was? Clearly, he needs to go down to a different weight class. And so the fight ended in rear naked choke, right? Lord Hahad dominated the fight. Lord kept on doing this inside leg kick and just flicking. That's pretty much all he had. I mean, he stopped him with the jab, too, and stopped him in his tracks. And then Rod Hahad was like, fuck this, we're going to the ground, And when I went to the ground, he got handled. Carter got handled, man. And then second round, same thing happened. He went to the ground and was getting handled on the grappling, and then pretty much got put to sleep. And did you actually think he went to sleep, or do you think he was faking going to sleep? I would never accuse anybody from doing that, but I never seen somebody go to sleep within 2 seconds of a rear naked choke.
I mean, Lahat has some amazing technical skills when it comes to his ground game.
I know, man, but dude, a 2-second rear naked choke. That's pretty much what it was.
I've seen it.
He put in the choke and he went limp.
I've seen it before because if you look at it in the replay, he got the arm underneath the neck and he was holding onto his own shoulder. He was holding onto Carter's shoulder to make sure that he didn't get out and Lloyd wasn't intimidated. But as soon as he slid it underneath up to where his bicep was, it was done. It was already locked in, and at that point he realized it. And I think that even when he was originally just having the arm across on the shoulder and across the neck itself, but not actually squeezing it, the choke was already in. And I think that's why if he did go out, it was that quick.
Great breakdown.
Yeah, he was in that position for a while.
And a lot of he's Jewish, yeah?
He is from Israel. This is correct.
Wait. So he's from Israel and he's Jewish, or he's just from Israel and he's just Israel?
That's a great question for another podcast. Long story short, you can be both.
What do you mean? What do you mean from a different podcast?
Technically, a person
Like,
who is from Israel is Jewish, but if you practice the if you are
a Jew?
a Jewish person in the sense that you follow the Judaic religion, then you also would be Jewish. So you can be Jewish by like religious confession, or you can be Jewish by blood.
Okay,
So to
so
speak.
question, right? So if you are Jewish, right, the star is your symbol. If that because that's your country, correct?
The Star of David.
It,
Yeah.
right. So, but if you're Jewish by religion, the Star of David is also your symbol too.
It's a symbol of your faith. Correct.
Oh.
Yeah. But let's get back to the fights, Ian. I just
Okay.
got you on religion later.
Ooh, okay.
This guy, in my opinion, is a threat in that division. I think he is an interesting matchup, and I was driving home from work thinking about the podcast, and I realized that there's the perfect matchup that they could make on that undercard of the MSG if they wanted to give Lahat a spot. Why not a
Again
fight
too.
James Gallagher? Why not? They're both technical submission guys. Gallagher claims to have an entire country behind him. Lahat does have an entire country behind him. You know, Battle of Nations is a very interesting prospect. Back in the day, early days of Pride and whatnot, your nation of origin was a huge part of, who you represented when you went to fight. It was a huge deal, and I think that would elevate that Madison Square Garden card even a little bit more. Give them both a tough test,
Yeah. But did you know who Gallagher's already on the card though?
Who's he fighting?
Shinzo Machida.
He's going to fight Ryota Machida's brother. All right. Flash forward
That's a tough
prediction.
task. That's a tough task for him.
Flash forward prediction. Finish.
Who gets finished?
One of them will finish. 90% odds for me that Shinzo catches him.
Oh, for sure.
I was at 2 of Shinzo's fights live, both in Anaheim and Los Angeles, and the speed and skill that man possesses on his feet are insane. If James Gallagher comes out to that fight like he did against, gosh, I don't remember his opponent's name anymore. If he comes out
I don't
that
remember
way,
any of his opponents' names, to be honest.
if he comes out that way, he will get finished. Shinzo will finish him. Shinzo is a very, very good fighter, and I'm surprised that it's only just now we're hearing more about him.
I'm assuming, well, he's been hurt for years, dude. Like, that's the thing. Like, he had to start his career, like, he's been plagued with injuries, so.
Yeah, that's thanks
Yeah,
to dad.
yeah. So, but I'm assuming he's also a black belt on the ground too.
His ground game is there, but it's not the meat of his of his style of fighting.
I know, but I'm assuming he's also a black belt on the ground.
Is Lyoto?
Right? Yeah.
Then I would assume he is too. If Lyoto wasn't, I don't think he would be.
Gallagher's in trouble.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. Thank you, Ian. You just made my night.
Yeah. Breaking news. I'm breaking it. At least on this podcast, at least. So, yeah. All right. So, the heavyweights on this Bellator card.
Hell yes, is all I have to say, Ian. Hell yes. My boy, Sergey Haratonov, finishing somebody with a combo with the same hand.
Against Chase Gormley.
Who, in Bellator, is a good name.
Yeah.
There's different levels of of MMA when it comes to divisions, and everyone knows that for the most part, the UFC has the big guns. It seems like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Like how many heavyweights outside the UFC do you think possess the talent to compete with the top 5 guys in the world? You know, there's not a ton of them. I wouldn't I wouldn't put Sergey Kharitonov on that list. I love him. He got a great finish.
I was about to say, where the hell are you going with this?
You got a great finish, but he's still got work to do. He's still
Very
building up.
Tyson-esque. Very Tyson-esque, man. Like, Tyson was just finishing people with the same combination with the same arm. You know, like the hook to the body to the uppercuts, you know. Like, he
Yep.
threw a cross to the fucking uppercut, dude, with the fucking right hand. That's fucking nasty, dude, and just laid him out and just walked away
Oh yeah.
right after that.
And if you
Right after
remember Chase, I mean Chase was catching him good. He won the first round, I would say.
Yeah, but I don't think he was hitting him with any big shots, though.
He wasn't
I
trying
think he
to.
was,
It didn't seem like
no.
he wasn't trying to overextend himself because he knows the power Sergey has, and now he knows even more.
To be honest, I didn't think Sergey had any power, dude, because he was just peppering Chase until that fucking right hand came and that uppercut came, and then it was 99.
God, Ian, you didn't say that, bro. You did not just say that about Sergey,
Yeah,
bro. Just Google the man and look at his previous fights. Look at his boxing. Dude is an animal. He also fought in K1
ooh,
and
which I
Glory.
like K1.
He's
I
fought
like K1 and I like
everywhere,
Glory. I like K1 and I like Glory. Hell yeah, I do.
right? Shout out to Remy Bonjasky. He's a great, great kickboxer.
Let's great, great kickboxer. All right,
Absolutely.
all right, all right, all right. So, well, first of all, what the fuck are they gonna do with this heavyweight division? When is there gonna be a title
I think what they need to do is, and I think Scott Coker is going to do it.
tournament?
Exactly.
Tournament.
Scott Coker is going to bring in a bunch of guys from outside of Bellator and give them the opportunity to fight immediately for the belt if they win the tournament. Or because the title's been vacated a long ass time now, or just have it for the title. Period. That's
I
what
think
Scott
that
Coker's move.
I think the Fedor and Michion fight should be for a title. To be honest.
Yeah, it should be.
First of all, how do you feel about having a card, that main event of that magnitude, for free, and now you gotta fucking pay for it? How do you feel about that?
Um, I'm
Since
hoping
you're
to maybe be there.
a huge fan.
So if I was there, then it's not a problem.
Why would you be there?
But because New York is beautiful, man, and I love Fedor. He don't come to the U.S. often.
You're gonna go to New York to go see Fedor?
He's Fedor,
Damn, dude, bring me back a pizza.
right?
I know, right? I know, right?
But who?
Matter of fact, you just get me on that card, you know, and then I can just kick it back in the locker room afterwards. Be like, what's up, Fedor?
We can eat
What's
pizza
up,
together.
man?
All three of us. You, me, and
Exactly.
Fedor. Or he likes ice cream a lot.
Exactly.
If you haven't seen, Fedor likes ice cream a lot. There's lots of pictures of him eating ice cream, and it's
Yeah,
awesome.
no. Yeah, I can tell by his figure. He does.
Hey, it
With
works
that little
for him. It
with that
works
little
for him.
sweater. That same little sweater he always wears. He
Oh,
fucking kills me, dude. He needs to get a stylist.
bro, his grandmother knits him those sweaters.
Does he?
Bro, there's history behind it. It's not just
No
you wear the
fucking
sweaters.
way. Are you
There's
serious?
gifts. Yeah.
His grandma knits him those sweaters.
She may not knit them, but I know that they were gifts, and that's why he wears them. Don't call me on that though. I probably read an article online that was probably BS.
Fuck.
I'll have to look this up now. But not right now.
Fucking
We ain't got
A.
time for that.
Ain't got time for
We
that.
ain't got time for that.
All right. So the main event of the evening. No, no,
No.
not the main event. The co-main event, right?
Oh
Okay.
God, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we got Emmanuel Sanchez. Uh, so I really like Emmanuel Sanchez, man. I really like. So former 135 champion
Marcus Galvão.
Marcus Gaval, man, from Brooklyn. You, which if they're smart, they put him on the fucking MSG card because he's from Brooklyn. Well, anyways, he moves up to 145 for the first fucking time, and he takes on a young stun gun in Emmanuel Sanchez and got fucking kickboxed and got a free Duke Rufus seminar to his face for
Yeah.
all 3 rounds.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about this fight that much, man. I love Marcus.
So do I,
He
but I
had
really
so
like
many
Emmanuel,
great
man.
moments in Bellator, and oh man, it was hard to watch. It didn't seem like he was pulling the trigger as much as he normally does. I think the speed of Sanchez really threw him off, and I think he was surprised because he went up a weight class and he fought a guy who was faster than anybody he's probably ever fought.
Well, he's not a really fast 135er in the first place, though.
Right, right, but the people he competed against were fast, like Eduardo Dantes,
He tore them up bad.
with precision, you know.
hmm
And that
Which
that's
that's
what
what he got against Emmanuel.
right, right. But the question is, what do you do with Emmanuel Sanchez now?
Dude, he's on a huge winning streak, man. And his only losses were to Pat Kern, former 145 champion, and to Daniel Weichel. Damn, Daniel Weichel, who obviously fought for the title and then got knocked out. He only came seconds away from winning it. But that's high up competition,
Great
man.
fight.
That's high up competition,
Of
though.
course. So that's my
Like they're
question. What do you do with him? Do you give him another guy the caliber of a Galvão, or
yeah.
does he get a title shot finally?
Give that 45 division is weak in my eyes. In my eyes, that 45 division is weak. It's not as strong as the 35 division that Bellator has. Definitely strong, not as strong as the 170 division. That thing is stacked. The 205 division's pretty good. 155 is getting there, man, with a lot of young talent. Heavyweight is growing. But 145. Well, actually, man,
But
it's
the
growing.
145 division is kind of what established Bellator as a presence in MMA. If you look at the guys who fought in Bellator at featherweight, at what point, especially back when the tournaments were going on, those guys now, you've got Daniel Strauss, you've got Patricio Pitbull, you've got Pat Curran, who are just running people over. Just
What the hell
running
happened to
through
him?
people.
You know what the biggest shame was? Why didn't they put Pat Curran on the Chicago card when he's from Chicago and he has a gym in Chicago?
The only way they could have made it worse is if they put his cousin on the card instead.
Yeah, but he done though, right?
That's why I said it would be worse.
Yeah, exactly. Pat Curran's still in his prime, I believe. Right? Well, okay, never mind. But looking at the 45 division, you
He
do
deserves a title
have.
shot.
You think so?
Look, based on what you're saying, then yeah, why not give him a title shot?
Well, I'm about to say the young talent coming up too. You have AJ McKee.
Very good.
You have Gallagher.
He fights at 155, sir.
No, he fights at 45.
I believe it is 155.
145. You want to bet another dinner? Devil or nothing.
I like dinners.
Look it up right now.
Has he always fought at 145?
Yep.
Man, how did I miss that?
Exactly. Exactly. So 45, because
Then
them and
I don't think
Adrian
you could
Keith
give him Lahat then. That would be
have been chirping against each other. And then you got Shinzo Machida at 45, who's coming up too. Um, that's all I know in the 45-pound division.
there's names there. But either way, after that performance, I think Emmanuel Sanchez should get a title shot.
Give it to him. Winner of whoever comes out victorious between Pitbull and Daniel Strauss.
Oh man, those fights are so good though. It's like I can already imagine the possibility of a fifth fight. No matter what
But,
happens, they're just
dude,
such a great matchup,
I
and
know it's a great matchup.
they just
But
love going to war.
quit fucking doing this. But by the time of next year, or a couple years down the road, we'll be doing this podcast in a fucking studio, wherever it's at, ESPN, Fox, whatever. Anyways, and we're gonna be talking about, man, did you see the Daniel Strauss and Pitbull fight number 13? Dude, that was fucking insane. Stop it. No more after this.
Well, that's what made the
No
tournament
more.
so interesting. You know, Bellator tournaments are what causes to happen. 3 of those fights happened in tournaments. You know what I
I
mean?
know,
So, like,
I know. And I love the tournament
I know
format
they're bringing
because
the tournament format back because you have all these guys who get another chance against the dude who goes on to be a champion in another tournament to get a shot at being the champion. You know?
yeah, but they're never gonna bring back those tournaments, man, because they're all about big fights, big money. Look what the fuck's happening now at MSG. Who has a free agent sign? I love Lorenz Orkins, but signs and you get an automatic title shot. Is that fucking absurd? You don't have a couple of fucking fights to work your way up the division, then you earn your title shot.
Yeah, I think a guy named Paul Daly probably takes offense to that.
Paul Daly worked his way up.
I know, but for a title shot.
I know. Why does Paul Daly get passed over when he just knocked out one of the fucking top guys in that division, in Brennan Ward, who has been stopping people and has one of the top most finishes in Bellator history at 170, and he doesn't get a title shot after that? No, he gets fucking Rory McDonald, which is still a huge fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Or,
but still.
I mean, think about this, though. You make a really good point, Ian, because I didn't even think about it until you just said that. Rory McDonald came into Bellator on a win streak from the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
He chose to sign with Bellator, and he was excited to tear that division up, right?
Wait,
and
okay,
he still didn't get a title shot.
Question, he didn't come in on a win streak. He lost to Wonder Boy. That was his last fight. But, huge name, though, and had one of the greatest fights in history against Rory McDonald. I mean, against Robbie Lawler. And who do you, if you're play GM right now, you sign Lorenz Larkins and you sign Rory McDonald. Out of them two, who do you give an automatic title shot to? And why?
Like, if they come in to Bellator?
You just signed Lorenz Larkin, and you just signed Rory McDonald on the same day. You got Douglas Lima waiting in the lane. You're gonna stack this huge card. You're gonna give one of those free agents you just signed a title shot. Who do you give it to, and why?
You mean between Rory and between Lorenz?
Lorenz, yeah.
As a fan of Lorenz Larkin and his style and how how flashy, how technical he is, I would say Lorenz Larkin. But I think looking at it from like a business standpoint, that they would think that Rory McDonald would make more sense.
Why will Rory make more sense?
Because of the fact that he's fought for the UFC title.
Interesting.
And think about this: who got in the cage after the main event with King Mo when they announced that fight for the title, for the number one contendership, right after King Mo beat Rampage. Yeah.
Ryan Bader?
They brought Bader in right away. Exactly. And Bader doesn't have the pedigree in the UFC that McDonald does.
Well, okay. No, okay. Did Rory McDonald fight for a title? Yes. You can't deny Ryan Bader, man. I think he had almost like 20 fights in the UFC, and he's like 15-5. That's pretty fucking impressive.
It is.
With the guy that only comes in, he only came in with 5 fights as a professional, and the UFC was his second home, man. All his other fights were in the UFC. You're talking about a guy that beat like Nogueira twice. You know, he beat Rashad Evans, former world champion.
Yep.
I think the list goes on and on. He beat Lurif Tatifi in his hometown and finished him. I think he's getting better and better. But when he got that call against Rumble Johnson, he just went to sleep. I don't know what the fuck happened in that fight.
The same thing that happens to 95% of the people that Rumble faces.
Yeah.
That's why 95%, the 5% is Daniel Cormier's body fat.
Oh, shit. Shots fired.
He's gonna throw down on Saturday, my friend.
Hey.
But
Okay.
we can't get distracted.
We can't get distracted. All right. So yeah. Like I get it. The Lorenz is extremely exciting. He gets that title shot. Let's move on to the main event of the evening.
Oh God. Damn.
King Mo.
Yeah, let's talk about the main event of the evening.
My boy.
Lost.
King Mo won against Clayton Overweight Jackson. I think I said his name right. Was his name right? Yeah, I think I said his name right.
Oh my.
Some people call him Rampage. Some people call him, I'll take a number 5, number 7, number 6, and number 8. But besides that,
I hope he shows up at Ruka. Damn it! I hope he shows up at Ruka. Okay.
Why?
Because Rampage Jackson is a cool guy.
What's gonna happen if he shows up at Ruka?
Gosh, Rampage, you're
What's
great.
gonna happen?
Don't listen to this guy. You fight at your natural weight class. You still fought well.
Before you show up at Ruka, there is a Del Taco down the street, and there's also a sushi place down the street, too. There's an In-N-Out Burger right there on the right-hand side. I don't think he's going to fucking make it.
But he made it to fight night, okay? He made it to fight night.
Oh, he did.
And he put on a hell of a second round.
True.
I mean,
True,
King Mo himself said he was spinning.
Hey, I thought Rampage might have taken him out, but I just think he was reluctant to come in because he didn't want to get wrestled.
Yeah, but he didn't really do that in the second round.
I'm saying
to stay
he
up
clipped. No, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, he clipped King Mo, and he had him hurt. He could have went in for the finish, but I don't think he was reluctant to go for the finish because he didn't want to get wrestled. Because he hurt him he hurt him and Chemo backed up, and that's when Rampage stepped in the center. His whole game plan was stay by the fence to use the fence's leverage to stay on his feet.
Right.
That didn't happen the first fucking round, obviously.
No, it didn't.
No. His ankle picks were looking fucking nice against the fucking cage. You know, like, and first of all, I ain't know Chemo could deadlift that much weight without a spotter.
Oh, my God.
But he did, dude. He picked up Rampage a couple of times, and I was pretty impressed, man. I was pretty impressed. And second round comes. Didn't fucking happen, man. Rampage take down the fence was pretty damn good, man. Pretty damn good, and it was just backing him up against. He had him hurt, and he stumbled in the middle, which Rampage would want to be in the middle because he doesn't have leverage to defend the takedown. Yeah, he could defend an open air, which he actually did in the second round too, and actually took King Mo down actually in the second round. You know, but I just think third round, I think he ran out of gas, man. I think King Mo was just weighing heavy on him again and was doing a lot of good dirty boxing, man. Like going to the body through his uppercuts, man. I love that style, you know, and I think, and he was just weighing on him, putting his body weight on him, you know, which, man, it was great, man. But Rampage is also good at dirty boxing, and he has knockout power from there, too. That was a risk to fucking take. That was a risk to take. But, you know, who's also in King corner is Jeff Mayweather. That's been King Mo's longtime boxing coach for a good while, you know. Like, you gotta have some kind of skills, boxing skills, with Jeff Mayweather in your fucking corner.
And he trained at Mike's gym.
Yeah. So, I agree with the decision. He won 2-1. He won the first and he won the third.
I agree. I totally agree with you. I don't think he won the first fight. I think the second fight was necessary. I think that a third fight would be interesting, but I don't know if either one of them would want to do it.
And I don't think it's ever going to happen, man, because Rampage is going to the UFC right now.
That's true, but stranger things have happened in MMA.
It's true. But I was at the first fight. I think Chemo won that one.
Whatever you say, Ian. Whatever you say.
I was at the first fight. I believe Chemo won that one.
For amount of time stuck to another human being without doing any effective, damaging,
Then get up.
Strikes.
Then get up. Which he didn't do a lot in that fight.
Bro, you and I both know a hug doesn't hurt someone. Hugs help.
No, Hugs help. But if you can't get up from a hug, that's a fucking problem. That means you're getting controlled.
I'm just saying, it's a fight. It's not a it's not a match. It's a fight.
It's mixed martial arts.
Right.
Grappling's one of them.
It's true. It's true. Which
Rampage just stays on the ground, you know?
I know. All I'm saying is I think...
And he just lays there. Why can't he get up? I think he eats like that.
I bet King Mo would make a great WrestleMania appearance.
Dude,
a guest star. Why?
Dude,
because he's great at hugging. He knows how to hug, man.
Whatever, man. He has hands too.
No, I agree. I'm just saying in that particular fight, he didn't really use them.
He did to win the third. He was just going body head all day on the third.
Right. But he was not trying to finish him at all. He was very aware of what.
I think he does. I just don't think he has. I think Chemo has knockout power. Some. I don't think he has enough power to knock out Quentin.
Nobody has enough power to knock out Quentin.
That's not what Vanderlei said.
Do you remember what happened last time those two fought? Rampage killed him. And
Yeah,
by
he's
the
probably gonna
way,
kill Sonny.
if he stayed in Bellator, I would love to see that fight again. I would love to see them go at it again.
Mm, at heavyweight,
I don't think Vanderlei would fight at heavyweight.
then that fight never gonna happen.
Oh,
Never gonna happen.
you gotta be kidding me. But that win's interesting because even if Rampage wins the fight, he's out of Bellator, so things kind of sit the way they do in the same way. And now King Mo gets a fight with Ryan Bader, which is a very interesting matchup. They kind of have similar fighting styles, actually.
I take Mo. I got Mo. But I don't know, man. Brian Bader has improved a lot on his striking, man, and I think he's getting really comfortable on the feet. But I also think it's been a while that Bader fought, and last time, and I was gonna say last time he fought got knocked out, but no, he beat Nogueira. But Mo stays active, man.
He does.
Active, extremely active. I think he's one of the most active fighters I know. You know, I think he's a little more faster. I think his wrestling pedigree is better than Bader. Bader wrestled at Arizona. Chemo wrestled at OSU. He was Daniel Cormier's roommate, their longtime best friend. He was on a couple world teams, which Bader wasn't. Um, Wrestling advantage, I give the Mo. Hands, um, I give the Mo, man. I think he's more fluent. Kicks, I give the Bader. I've been seeing Bader's Muay Thai. It's been looking really nice. Um, that's the way I see it. Do I see a finish? I don't think so. I think it might go all threes. But that's my prediction for that one.
King Mo is rolling right now. So,
Oh, for sure.
and at the speed he's rolling, I don't know if Bader can stop him. I think that
No.
the difference
And
in
if
the
he,
fight, I think it will be contested on the feet because of the wrestling pedigrees that they both have. I think that King Mo probably has a slight edge in grappling, straight grappling, but I think on the feet, like you said earlier about him having Jeff Mayweather as a coach, his boxing skills are on point, and
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Brian Bader he's training at the lab. He trains at Arizona still, yes.
Yeah, but he owns his own gym. It's called Power MMA.
Power MMA. Okay, does he still work with Aaron Simpson?
Yeah, that's his wrestling coach.
Yeah, yeah. Aaron Simpson, great fighter, great wrestler, but I don't think that he can teach him the kind of mechanics that, Jeff Mayweather or Big Mike can. So,
Well, that's not his striking coach, though. I think he brought in his own striking coaches now. Aaron Simpson, I think, just oversees everything of like MMA, grappling, MMA,
okay,
just
okay.
training. But I think the reason why he brought in those people, I think that's why we're seeing the growth of Ryan Bader now.
Yeah, I agree. It's important to have specific discipline coaches, as you know.
Now, if King Mo wins, does he get a title shot?
Yes. Who else are going to get the title shot too?
That's true. Liam McGarry.
Yeah, yeah, but he's never fought King Mo, so that would be a fight to make too.
Give King Mo a title shot
Neither has
against
Vader.
against Phil Davis.
Yeah, but that already happened.
Yeah, a loser should get, yeah, but do it again. I mean, if fucking Daniel Strauss and Pitbull can fight 17 times, let them fight number two.
Yeah. But the thing about their fights is they were very exciting. Did you see the first fight between King Mo and Phil Davis?
No, I fell asleep.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone did. It was just not.
Give him a second chance.
All right, all right. You know what? That sounds like
Because I think the right move for Bellator is to have King Mo as your champion.
He was the
He's a,
champion for a while. Then there was a gentleman called Emmanuel Newton who beat him. Forget
couple of times.
forget what he did.
Oh,
Oh
the
yeah, oh
spinning
yeah.
back fist.
Spinning back fist from hell. Those knockouts were nuts, man.
Speaking of Emmanuel Newton, what the hell has he been at?
I don't even know. I do
Like,
not know.
seriously. Huh. Damn.
He might
Emmanuel
have been
Newton,
good.
he was, for this long, he's been out for like almost 2 years, dude. Seems
When
like
was the
it.
light heavyweight tournament? Because he competed in that.
A long time ago. At Dynamite. I was in St. Louis,
Oh shit, that was Dynamite, wasn't it?
like when I was the first Dynamite, and that's when I was going to go to New York to do the Pan Ams. But I was stopping in St. Louis to finish out my camp, and Phil Davis finished him with that Kimura in the first round, and he hasn't been back ever since.
Huh. I guess I just didn't notice. But
How long ago was that? 2 years?
yeah, it seems like 2 years would be about right.
What the hell is up? So, I don't know. Maybe it might be family issues. Maybe he wants to take a break. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a possibility. He was training really hard for a while.
Well, he was constantly defending that title when he had it, too.
Exactly. Yeah, he was the most active champion ever.
Yeah. It seemed like every 2 months, man. Every 2 to 3 months, he was on it. So, yeah. Yeah. So, what we have coming up next week, this week, actually,
Oh
to
yeah.
do the breakdown of Anthony Johnson. And, dude, I think Rampage and DC hang out together.
You know, I haven't met Daniel Cormier, but he seems like a jolly dude. Rampage is a jolly dude. They probably get along.
I mean, I think they just have dinner together and lunch together and just like, I think they just kick it and eat with each other
Hey, that's what friends do.
a lot,
That's what friends do.
a lot.
Ain't nothing wrong with eating good food.
Too much.
Yeah, they're still getting in the cage. That's what matters.
Hey,
But
you know what though? Crazy Bob Cook came into our gym at Ruka last week, right? And I'm like, oh shit, Crazy Bob Cook, man. And who else was in our gym training was Aaron Pico,
okay.
right? Me and Aaron talking and stuff, and Crazy Bob Cook, I guess, is checking on my Aaron because I didn't know Aaron's been in that Ruka training, but I didn't know Aaron was part of AKA, you know? So Crazy Ball Cook, head coach of AKA, one of the head coaches there. I love Crazy Ball Cook. Crazy story. I was gonna join AKA before moving down to San Diego and moving down to Southern California.
Hmm.
I had a lot of ties there. I knew Mo, you know. Yeah, I had if anybody's seen the movie Foxcatcher, the Schultz brothers, I was gonna stay with one of the Schultz's Olympic gold medalist family and train at AKA, man. But yeah, so Crazy About Cook's going there. I'm like, dude, how's everything going? They're like, good. I'm like, how's DC looking? He goes like, fuck, man. DC, and he goes like, DC's looking good. DC's looking good. He's like, yeah, he has a couple weeks. He goes, but he's fucking big though, man. I'm like, well, I knew that, you know. I mean, I'm like, no, he's fucking big. He's just like, I told DC he should just go back up to heavyweight. Shit,
You can win a title there too. You can win a title there too.
Shit, son. Like,
But
you and Rampage got something in common.
yep, exactly. So, but let's the big thing I'm looking forward to is Melvin Manoff, Rafael Carvalho, because Melvin Manoff got robbed worse than anybody,
When's the date
anybody
on
in the
that
history of
card?
MMA. That's
When's the date on that
coming
card?
week.
This Friday?
I think so.
Oh, shit. The kickboxing and the main card, yeah?
Yes,
And,
in Italy.
yeah, I think Melvin might get it done this time.
He did last time. What do you mean get it done last time?
Finish him.
He pieced him up in the last fight. It wasn't even
I think he's a little more patient than
he was.
he was.
He was, but he still tagged him a couple of times. But that's MMA judging for you.
Horrible.
Absolutely. Absolutely horrible.
I would love to have Melvin as a champion. And when Melvin becomes champion, you think him versus Joe Schilling rematch will be in order?
I think I don't. You know, Joe's career is interesting because in MMA it's really been up and down.
There ain't no ups. There's just been downs.
He's won a few fights, but
Yeah, you're right too.
for the most part, he's been beat on the feet in MMA, which is crazy, you know.
Bad.
Yeah, Melvin Manoff wasn't a surprise. Saki Kato shocked the world with what he did.
He did that twice, ladies and gentlemen. And then after Joe Schilling got knocked out,
And once it was in
badly,
kickboxing.
badly. After he got knocked out badly in MMA with small gloves, he goes, you know what, motherfucker? Let's move to kickboxing because that's my sport. I'm the face of Bellator kickboxing. That's where I can knock you out at. And then he fought him in kickboxing and got knocked out again.
Yes, yes he did. So, I don't know if it's the best idea for him to get in the ring with Melvin again.
Hey, he's training some out here. He's training some MMA though. Training some MMA. He's training some jiu-jitsu and some ground and some other stuff.
Yeah, but the key is even fighting MMA, the losses haven't been on the ground. It hasn't been because of grappling. It's crazy, but it's true. So I don't know.
Yes, that's funny.
But we'll just celebrate. We'll get to talk about Melvin winning the title, and hopefully it's a great fight because last time it was weird. It's very, very weird to watch. Not much happened, but again, Melvin Manoff picked him apart. He hurt him a couple of times, and he definitively won that fight, in my opinion. I don't even think Carvalho won a freaking round. So when the judges read that decision, that was the most disturbing thing I've ever heard in MMA.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't get hurt this week too, like he did last time.
Yeah, that was inconvenient.
Mhm.
But that's the fight game.
Mhm.
As you know, Ian. So do you have any closing thoughts on Bellator 175, King Mo Rampage Jackson 2?
It was a good card, man. It's a lot of unknown people right now on that card, like Jake Roberts and Steve Kozlov. Like, I think they're gonna build them up, or Lord Carter. What the fuck, like there's a lot of people unknown that you guys, except for the co-main event and the main event, who are some names. If you're Bellator fans, you guys will know those names. If you guys are hardcore MMA fans, you definitely will know the main event names. The rest of the card, you probably don't know. And I really think it's also to the fact of MSG's coming up. They got to really stack those cards. So a lot of those big names are getting put there and not spread out because they still got to put on a product and a show besides MSG. leading up, and afterwards they still got to put on the show. So it's actually I think you're gonna see a trickle effect. I think you're gonna see some of those non-name people on these main cards
which is good.
until,
It's good for the
hey,
sport.
it's great, man.
Somebody has to make a name. A long time ago, a guy named Chris Weidman fought another guy named Uriah Hall. Uriah was
Okay.
undefeated. Chris Weidman was undefeated. Chris Weidman ended up winning that fight, and we all know how Chris Weidman rose to fame to win the middleweight title in the UFC. And Uriah Hall. That fight was a smaller promotion, smaller card, and people love watching it today because it gives you a glimpse into the evolution of Chris Weidman and Uriah Hall. You know what I mean?
A lot of people don't even
So
know that Chris Foreman fought Uriah Hall on this
exactly,
podcast. Like,
exactly.
I knew that happened. He got caught with a left hook. You know where I seen that fight at? On fucking YouTube,
YouTube. There you
because
go.
I'm a hardcore fucking fan,
That's the way you
you
do it.
know. And Chris Weidman got signed to the UFC and had this rose, and then Uriah Hall, years later, after Chris Weidman being in the UFC, joined the Ultimate Fighter, and then landed the kick from fucking hell, and then that's how he got his name.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree, but definitely watch prelim cards. There's some amazing young fighters. One of the kids on the prelims, I say kid because he's like 21 years old. His name is Manny Vasquez. Keep a lookout for him. His jiu-jitsu is insane. He was featured on Dana White's Looking for a Fight, but he didn't end up being signed up by Dana, even though he won the fight because Dana felt he was still too young, which to me was shocking.
But Sage Norcutt ain't too young.
I, I'm just saying the facts,
Steve
okay?
Van
That's all
Zandt's
the
not too
show.
young.
That's all I'm saying. It's just the reality of things. You know what I mean? And
Get the
there's
fuck
great
out of here.
fighters. There's great fighters in Bellator on main cards, on prelims. In the UFC. As a fan of MMA and as somebody who is now starting to analyze cards, prelims are oftentimes just explosive and very entertaining and very technical. And as an MMA fan, you should watch them. You know,
Yeah, man, I was on main event prelims on two of the biggest Bellator cards in history.
exactly. And that's how I met Mr. Ian Butler.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, man, those are my closing statements. So I think we're gonna start seeing some fresh new blood on Bellator main cards before MSG and after MSG. So we'll see where it goes, man. We'll definitely see where it goes, and yeah, we'll see what new stars arises
Right. And
coming up. But yeah,
I look forward to seeing UFC 210.
210, man. I
It's
like
gonna
that.
be big.
I like that card. You got Will Brooks versus Charles Oliveira, who I really like. Um, is it Cynthia Carvalho versus Gonzalez? Cynthia seen to fight at UFC 209, making her debut, and got that anaconda roll into the back take for the rear naked choke, which was fucking phenomenal.
It was
You know,
amazing. So,
yeah, yeah. I don't know who else is. I mean, obviously you got Chris Weidman versus Gigar Musasi. Um, on the prelim, Miles Jury's been coming and training at Ruka with Jeremy Stevens. He's fighting Mike Delatorre. Um, on the main card, I really don't know who
well, we'll
else
discuss
is
it on
on
Saturday
there.
because it is big and it is coming up.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, for sure,
yeah.
for sure. From Buffalo, New York.
Live from Buffalo Wings, New York.
Oh, you put Wayne in it. Is Wayne in there?
No, no, I thought, seeing who is in the main event, I thought they were just going to be near Buffalo Wings place.
No, they're having a fight at Buffalo, in Buffalo, the city.
Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying that.
What? You thought they're gonna fight at a Buffalo Wild Wings?
No, no, I don't think they're gonna fight the Buffalo Wild Wings, Ian.
I said Buffalo, New York.
I know. I'm surprised you didn't make some sort of joke poking fun at Daniel Cormier's weight.
Well, just see what just see if he. I mean, he always makes weight, So I give it to him.
He's a
He's a
very
very professional.
disciplined fighter.
He's a very yeah.
He's
He
as
is.
disciplined as it gets.
He just doesn't seem. He doesn't. His body frame doesn't look like a 205er, but he can definitely fight and he can definitely wrestle, and he's a grinder. So, but we'll
Gonna be
break this
big.
down later. We'll break this down later.
All right. Well, then we're gonna sign off for now.
Yes, sir. All right, people. I'll see you guys later.
See you after 210.
Pieces.
We out.